So I chose What Dreams May Come, directed by Vincent Ward. I chose this scene in this movie because when Vincent Ward was given this screenplay, it was written based off of the book and originally had nothing to do with paintings or like heaven and hell being depicted as paintings. But he chose so because he and I agreed that heaven and hell for not just artists but people in general has been something that's been so hard to depict for thousands of years. How do we necessarily visually bring to life something that we don't really even understand ourselves? So by using art in these visuals, he's able to take something, because with art you can take something that doesn't exist or is unworldly and you can bring it to life. So by doing so, he makes the wife Annie a painter who basically gives this gift to Chris, and when he dies, that becomes his heaven. One of my favorite things I don't get to talk about as much in the voiceover is the colors throughout the entire film and the entire scene are very bright. There's turquoises. They're almost unworldly colors, which he said he used to kind of create this like spirituality and this unworldly experience, kind of taking you away from, despite it being depicted as kind of like an oil painting, take you away from this like what was once earth and what is now heaven, kind of separating the two. He also mentioned that the cinematographer, which you notice throughout the film or the scene, uses light a lot to create this feeling that you are in a painting. There's a lot of overexposure. You can still what's going on, so it's like the world, the light around you is looking in on a painting. And so it really does. And when it shines in, he's not only using the light to create these emotions and such, but he's also using it to kind of make you feel like you are in this painting, even when in the beginning he doesn't even realize it. So before the scene, Chris has just died. He was in a tunnel trying to help this other car accident when he was hit himself. And so it is him kind of waking up from this tunnel, and the tunnel goes to the light, and he is now in what is his heaven. So we start with this close-up to create an emotional connection with the audience. It's very personal. He's just waking up in his own heaven. We can see his confusion as he looks around. He's never seen anything quite like this before. Being close up allows us to really feel how he's feeling in this moment, as the audience themselves aren't really sure what's going on. As it cranes up, we lose Chris and the beauty and the color. And to see him creates this unity of discovery of what's going on around him and what we're able to see. And then this extreme close-up where he squeezes a flower allows us to see that he's no longer in a normal world on Earth. He's still confused as we're still confused. But it's very personal. Then this handheld shot shows something running towards him, but it doesn't appear to be a human until we see this low angle from his perspective as a dog. It goes back and forth between these extreme close-ups of their feet or paws hitting the paint, and this automatic change in tone as the music gets louder and he begins to run around as seeing something familiar in this world so unknown to him so far. As it goes into a master shot, it really allows the audience to kind of take in this painting and him slowly discovering that he is indeed in the painting that his wife created for him when he was still alive is become his heaven. He's beginning to calm down and really take in the scene. So as it goes between these master shots of the entire, these longer shots of the world around him, we're able to really take in what's going on. And then it zooms in as going from how the audience would see a painting or a person would see a painting to him into the painting to kind of, again, create this connection between the real world and heaven, something we can't quite picture. It becomes more humanly. On the top right corner, too, we can see this use of light, again, as more of a painting, but also shining in on him, creating comfort and peace and this serenity. Then this it zooms in and closes up on his face again. It contrasts from the beginning of his confusion and he's distraught and doesn't know what's going on. And then in the last close up, it's very comforting, and he's no longer scared. He's almost happy to be where he is. He's relieved to understand what's going on around him. It's